Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Game Time Brian, otherwise known as the Mailman. We're sitting here 10 hours away. We'll be knee-deep in Cowboys at Steelers. It's going to be a rainy night in Pittsburgh, supposedly. It's supposed to be a nice day during the day, long about 6 o'clock. The rain's coming, 8 o'clock. It's like 95% chance of rain in Pittsburgh. Expect for a wet field. People say we got to run the ball. Yeah, okay. Either team are great runners. Believe it or not, Dallas runs more effectively than the Steelers. I know people, oh my God, no, you got this. Look at the numbers. They're averaging 3.4 yards a carry. We're averaging over 4. Now, we just don't run it enough because of situation. The one thing I'm happy with is our offensive line right now. Yes, Guyton is struggling a bit. Yes, he is struggling on certain things. I'm more worried about Terrence Steele tonight. Guyton, just remember, Dallas Cowboys are number 3 in the league with time to pass the football. So I ask you, everybody who's hammering Tyler Guyton, all right, they're considering benching Tyron Smith in with the Jets and going with the rookie because he's struggling so bad. Again, this goes back to Big Wade Walker, and the whole rebuild. We've already started, and it's going to continue next year when guys like D-Law and Zack Martin probably retires. I hope not, because it's going to cost us money if he does decide to retire. But yeah, we're going to move on. But that, again, people, 30 to 40% of rosters every year change on every NFL team, not just the Cowboys. So it is what it is. But circling back, tonight is going to be a night of who wants it more, okay? The Steelers are 3-1. Now we're starting to hear, especially from a couple of my Eagles subscribers, oh, well, they're not a good team. Stop. Again, you are what your record says you are. You're 3-1, right? Remember when you were a 10-1 last year, Eagles, and I was trying to tell you, well, you're winning. It doesn't matter. We're winning, right? Well, it ultimately does matter, so I hear what you're saying. But Dallas is so decimated, and it's no excuse. You don't want to hear it. I don't want to say it, but in handicapping the game, that's what the issue is. You know, it's unknown what we're going to do without our two of our better defensive players. We'll leave it at that, obviously. I think DeMarcus Lawrence is probably our best all-around defensive player. Yeah, I said that. I definitely said that. I'm going to sneeze, so bear with me. And there it was. I just paused the video to sneeze. Nobody wants to see that. That's a mess. But anyway, again, nobody wants to hear about injuries, but I think there's a way that Dallas can win. I'm actually predicting a win by Dallas. I think Dallas is the more desperate team. The next 4 games for the Cowboys is not pretty. Doesn't mean, I think what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, so to speak. Look at our schedule. We have to go to Pittsburgh. We're only a 2.5-point underdog. This is a Dak Prescott game. I expect Zeke Elliott to have a big play, grind out the yards. But we'll get to that. We got in Pittsburgh, home against Detroit, who's on a bye week this week. So they're not going to get any worse health-wise. Who knows how we're going to come out of this game. And then we have our bye week. And then we play Atlanta. I think we're at Atlanta. Put it in the comments, but I think we're at Atlanta. Or no. No. We're at the 49ers, and then I think we're home against Atlanta. I think. Let me look, because I'm tired of speculating. Let me look at our schedule. Look at our schedule. Let's see here. Bear with me, everybody. Schedule. At the Steelers, Sunday Night Football. Home against the Lions, a 4:25 prime time game. At the 49ers, at the Falcons, and then the Eagles game. So the next 5 games, and then home against the Eagles, home against Texans, at the Commanders, and then it lightens up a little bit. This is the stretch from hell, people. Again, it is. Nobody cares. And I think what doesn't kill you will make you stronger. But our offensive line gets crapped on a lot, but when you look in the numbers, they're not playing as bad. We do have a lot of penalties, okay? You see Tyler Guyton scraping and clawing and fighting his way. When he gets beat, he's fighting till the end. It's just a technique thing. It's a different than college. He's never played left tackle, let alone in the NFL. Imagine, right? He was a right tackle at the University of Oklahoma. But Tyler Guyton, we need you tonight. But I'm more worried about Terrence Steele, who's going to be going up against T.J. Watt. They're going to have to take turns chipping both sides because that's what it's going to take. Did Tyler Smith have full confidence in him? I mean, they have Cam Hayward. They have three guys in the middle who are studs. So that's going to be the issue. Giving Dak time to maneuver back there. There will be shots to have down the field, albeit on a wet field. If we have to just run, we're going to lose this game. We're going to have to be able to throw the ball. That's why I think it's going to be a higher scoring game. We talked about it last night on Primetime Phil. It's going to be a higher scoring game than people think. Usually the offense has, unless there's a lot of wind, which it seems like by kickoff it's going to be in the single digits with gusts into 10, 11 mile an hour, but not like a steady. So I expect the offense, they know where they're going. Defense is playing, going backwards, reacting. I think advantage offense. I think where you can take advantage of this Steeler football team is their secondary, their linebackers, not great. Defensive line, great. But very curious when I looked at the numbers. Dallas is number 3 in the league with allowing time for their quarterback to sit back. Number 3. So they're giving Dak plenty of time. Problem is we're not getting open. They're blanketing CD, double coverage, help over the top, yada, yada. He still has over 300 yards receiving, so it's not well over. It's not like, he's not having a good year, but we need some of these younger guys to step up. That's what needs to happen. We need some young people to step up. So that's what's going to need to happen. It just is. But I want to hear from Zack Martin because Zack Martin, we don't know if he's going to be here. Let me change the camera. We don't know if Zach's going to be around long term. We don't. But let's listen to Zack.
To a city like Pittsburgh, especially that stadium where you guys don't play too often.
Yeah, we haven't been there in a while, and they've got a great crowd, great atmosphere. I think guys are looking forward to get up there, and a really talented defense, especially up front. So it's going to be a great challenge for us.
Obviously, you guys are still trying to get the run game established, and you're going up against the Steelers defense that excels at stopping the run. What are the keys to kind of getting it going this week on the run?
Just executing plays, really. Coming off the ball, and executing plays and getting those backs on the second level. So, we got to do a better job at that, and I'm confident that we will. Yeah, he's got. One is motor. The guy plays extremely hard, and he's an all-day guy. So you're not going to get any freebies against him. So that's the first and foremost. And then he's got a couple moves that are pretty unique that you can tell everyone on their D-line's trying to emulate because they are good. And but first and foremost, he's an all-day guy.
I know you love the game. I've been around it a long time. This is a huge deal, Cowboys-Steelers for the fans. Do you have an appreciation for the history of the two iconic franchises facing off? It's rare that the two teams play as well, it seems.
No. I did enjoy going up there last time we were up there. It's like I said, it's a great atmosphere, but no, it's the next game on the schedule.
What about 2016, the way that it finished with Zeke with that run? What do you remember about that play?
Yeah, again, I just remember the atmosphere, right? The towels going late in the game and springing one loose late. But it's gonna be a cool atmosphere. Especially we got a ton of coaches, obviously Coach McCarthy, but a bunch of other coaches that are from that area. So I know everyone's excited to get back up there.
I'm excited as well. So let's get back out of that. I totally am expecting Dallas to come up, to show up and show out. Everybody is kind of wondering what's going on with Dalvin Cook. The problem is you can only elevate 2 guys from the practice squad at a time in a particular week. Why, I don't know. Now, we did make a roster move. We're playing a lot of elevate, send down, elevate, send down. So much so that Nick Vigil, you only get 3 elevations a season. Nick Vigil is already done with that. They had to release him from the team and then re-sign him back. He's a veteran. So they're going to play that game. I get it. At some point, the Dallas Cowboys need to, like Wade says, we're blowing it up. We've already started the process, Wade. Okay? We've already started the process. Okay? Well, in 2025, it's going to be the big blow up. Again, CeeDee Lamb under contract long term. Dak Prescott under contract long term. Jake Ferguson, they're re-signing Jake Ferguson under contract long term. Tyler Guyton, rookie, long term. Tyler Smith, third-year player, long term. He's a Pro Bowler. Cooper Beebe, rookie, long term. Zack Martin, okay. Zack Martin may retire. Terrence Steele, long-term deal, not going nowhere. Okay, if you're talking outside of that on offense, Hunter Lepke, second-year player, not going nowhere. Okay, so if you're saying we're going to revamp our running back room, good. Okay, we got a couple guys that I'd like on offense on the outside. The 2 Jalen Jalen Brooks and Jalen Tolbert. Jalen Tolbert needs to step up. Jalen Brooks, in the immortal words of John Cena, the time is now. You know what I'm saying? You can't see me, but the time is now, basically. Kevontae Turpin, are we moving on from Turpin? Oh, okay. That's, it's okay. But that's 8 on offense. Defense, Marshawn Nealon, rookie, not going nowhere. Maris Leofau, rookie, not going nowhere. DeMarvion Overshown, second-year player, first year playing, basically a rookie, not going anywhere. Trayvon Diggs, long-term contract, just signed last year, not going anywhere. Deron Bland, we'll see. He's going to require a big paycheck. We'll see if they keep him or not. I think his future directly lies whether Kalen Carson is a hit. Either way, one of them ain't going anywhere. Carson's a rookie. So if he's the real deal and it can get his act together, they'll probably let Bland go. So that's 5 right there. Osa Odigizua, okay, I can see us moving on. Mozzie Smith, second-year player, starting to emerge, not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? When you start to think about it, D-Law, I get, probably last year with Dallas. If you're saying our safeties, okay, I can see defense being more in flux. Sam Williams coming back from an ACL, still under contract, not going anywhere. So what are we really talking about? Yeah, you're going to infuse more young talent is what's going to happen. But the key areas on offense are addressed, and defense. Can we use another edge rusher? Obviously, we don't know what we have with Sam Williams. So this whole we're going to blow it up, it's all BS, people. It's already happened. It's already started. Look inside the numbers. I don't need Mike Fisher to state the obvious, which he always does. And I love Mike. I'm a channel member of him. I'm a fish head. But, Mike's he states the obvious a lot. Wade, I know you're smarter than most when it comes to Dallas Cowboys and football. You're just frustrated, and I don't blame you. I do not blame you. But everybody's wondering about Dalvin Cook. When's Dalvin coming? When's Dalvin coming? When's Dalvin coming? They don't have the room. I love John Stevens. John Stevens is in my opinion, the next best explosive option we could use. But we can't elevate him because of all the injuries. Okay? Dalvin Cook, can't elevate him. He's coming, people. I don't know what he has. He's not a long-term solution. He's got a couple hundred less carries than Zeke does over the course of his career. So I think he could be good. But again, Rico Daddle, he's explosive. He ain't explosive. Okay? He's good. He can't take it to the house. He's not a young Zeke, nowhere near like a young Zeke. So to me, I'm not all worked up over Rico. But let's listen to Dalvin Cook and see what he's got to say.
But I'm just looking forward, man, to bring some excitement to the team. I feel great, so I'm just looking forward to the opportunity.
How far away are you from that opportunity?
I think I'm right here. I prepare well, I condition well, I put myself in a position when the opportunity comes to go explode and be me. So, just stand patient and, just easy selling right now. Just waiting on my opportunity.
You basically went like 6 straight years getting all those carries or whatever. Can you explain how different your body feels now that you haven't played a tackle football game in, almost a year?
I feel weird, to be honest. Because around this time, I'll be up to, I don't know how many carries. I'll be touching the football. But like now I kind of take advantage of, extra preparation, just seeing things from a different eye. Looking at little things to get me ready to go out there and get a little advantage of, when I do step on the field. But it's been different, man. It's been humbling. I've been spending a little more time with my son. Just life things, man. But as far as football, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to play, and my time gonna come.
Hunter Lipke and Coach McCarthy have talked about how close this running game is to finally breaking through. How close is it in your eyes in the film that you've watched along the way?
Real close, man. This thing, like, I got to be telling the guys, like, it ain't about how you start. This thing is going to be how we finish it. So, like, right now, we ain't in the place we want to be at. So what are we going to do about it? And that's got to be our response, what we do about it. And I know the guys and the character we got in the room and the offensive line we got up front. I know those guys gonna make it right, but I feel like we right there, man. More reps, more opportunities, and just playing better team ball to get everybody on the same page. It's all gonna click, and we're gonna be ready to roll.
How much does some of those guys come to you as a veteran in the room and kind of get your advice?
I think it's like a Zeke, me, like they kind of like feed off of everybody, and as much information they want, I'm gonna lay it out for them, and that's just how I am. Any little thing I see on the sideline when they come off for a run, I kind of try to tell them. Just kind of keeping those guys, minds fresh and just being helpful. That's it.
How much are you convinced that you could help this running game?
You ain't convinced? You not convinced?
I'm asking how convinced you are.
I don't gotta be convinced. See, for me, I'm a ball player. Like I've been playing football since I was 4 years old, and ball naturally comes to me. Like that's my instincts, and I feel like I want to see I could come in and help this offense right away because that comes with reps and stuff. But like, I could come in and be me, be Dalvin Cook. I could come in and help this team in very different ways. But as far as confidence, I wake up with confidence. I go to sleep with confidence.
I like it.
Eat with confidence, talk with confidence. I'm a confident guy.
It would only be human nature to have a level of frustration as not being given the opportunity yet. How do you fight that off?
No, I'm not frustrated. I'm thankful for the opportunity, to be honest. I'm around a bunch of great people. I'm around a hell of a coaching staff. We're
going to leave it right there. Here's the deal. My opinion on Dalvin Cook. I'm not sitting there saying he is. I've heard his offseason was incredible. We've heard that a lot, but he didn't play much last year. His carries isn't that much. Like I said, he's got 180 some less carries, or actually it's over that now. It's well over 200 less carries in his career, and him and Zeke were drafted in the same draft. So, again, I believe they were. Put it in the comments. I'm almost positive they were. I'm pretty sure. Dalvin, me personally, Rico Dowdle's a practice squad guy to me. It's just how I feel. I'd rather go with Dalvin Cook, have Zeke on the short, and Hunter Lipke, and you keep Deuce Vaughn as the gadget guy, get him more involved. Deuce just needs to get more involved. They need this. I mean, we're starting 2 rookies on the offensive line, right? And with that comes a little bit of growing pains. You got Tyler Smith, who's a Pro Bowler from last year. You got Zack Martin, who's kind of averaged out, but he's still above average. And Terrence Steele actually had his best game in a long time last game. So I think it could all work out. I'm just not a big Rico Dowdle fan. I don't see him. He's not explosive enough. He's quick, but not explosive. He seems to get tackled too much. when there's an opening, Dallas is creating. Dallas leads the league in yardage left on the field. The holes are there in the run game. They're just not getting through it. Nobody's getting a lot of carries, and that's my issue. It all falls back on the play caller and Mike McCarthy. That's what it ultimately does. Dak has a lot of time to throw. Dallas is third in the league. We're giving their quarterback time to throw. Nobody's getting open. So what does that mean? Well, hell, let's try something new, but it won't be tonight. Maybe I'm thinking after the bye week, I think. But McCarthy's leaving stuff in his bag. And, the one good thing we have is nobody's running away from this division. Now, lead commander, I know what you're saying, bro. Listen, Washington is off to a great start. They have a lot of excitement. I told everybody that this would happen. They're a game better or two than I thought they would be. I thought they would. But regardless, we got to deal with the Commanders. Everybody's saying Eagles, Eagles, Eagles. I got news for you. Washington's defense is better than both of our teams. And right now, that quarterback is playing with a lot of confidence. Scary Terry is scary again. He's never been scary. I think Terry McLaurin is, for my money, the best receiver in the league when it comes to how many quarterbacks he's had to play with and all the dysfunction. All he keeps doing is putting up 1,000-yard seasons. Give me that guy. But anyway, circling forward to tonight's game, I did make my prediction last night on Primetime Phil, but any of you that didn't watch it, I'm going to give it to you here. Remember Kreskin from Johnny Carson? I did not know that. That's wild and crazy stuff. I did not know that. Sorry, that's my bad Johnny impression. Love you, Johnny. But this is how I see the game going. I see the Steelers being able to run the ball at times. I do. There's no way without our two best defensive players that we're going to be able to stop them. But the rain is actually, in my opinion, going to help Dallas. Offense is always, I think Fields is good when he has time to throw. And guys, early on, I want to stop the run and keep Fields in the pocket. That's, hey, DeMarvion Overshown, Eric Kendricks, you may be the most important players on that defense tonight. Now, we're going to wait and see. If Diggs ain't playing and Kalen Carson ain't playing, we're in trouble. Diggs needs to play tonight, and I believe he will play tonight. He had an ankle thing in practice. Kalen Carson, I don't think is going to play. That means we're going to have to, I know Oruwariye, I don't know his first name, but Oruwariye he had to pick in New York. Nice play on the ball. He's already been elevated. Andrew Booth, I think. I hope we don't have to rely on him. But again, a wet field, maybe the stop-start ain't going to be there as much. He's a great tackler. Just got exposed a little bit against the Giants receiver. So we'll see. It's big that Kellen Carson can play and Diggs. That would be a big relief. But I think we're going to get Diggs and no Carson. That's just my opinion. The hardest part of this game tonight is containing Cam Hayward and company on the defensive line for the Steelers, and I think we can do it with the offensive line. T.J. Watt is going to be an issue for Terrence Steele. We cannot leave people out on an island. We cannot. I was telling Prime Time, we actually lead the league, and I don't know that I like it in this particular sense. We lead the league in spreading out the offense, play in and play out, with a 26.4 yard from wide receiver to wide receiver. The Niners use like 23. So we're a full 3 yards wider. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a lot. And yet we still can't get open. But usually when you want to run the ball, you don't run that wide. So I'll be curious to see how the offense looks tonight. I hope that Dak, you don't hear as much audibling. But tonight's a Dak game. Dak needs to step up, get the ball to these young guys. Stop trying to force the ball to CD if he's double-teamed. Ryan Flournoy, this is your opportunity. You want to Wally Pip Brandon Cooks? Go out there, do what you do, bro. You high point the ball. That's all you've ever done in college. You come in the preseason, you look like a beast. Train with Jerry Rice. Listen, Ryan Flournoy, you heard it here. I've been saying Jalen Brooks, but Jalen Brooks has let me down a little bit. But again, Mike McCarthy is this guy who wants to go with a veteran, always. Just look at our running backs. Just look at the receivers. I love Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks hasn't been right since training camp. His knee hasn't been right. And he tried an exploratory procedure, and lo and behold, he gets an infection. The same procedure that Dak has had done on his leg, and he did not get an infection. So Cook's out. Who's stepping up? Who's going to be the Wally Pip? Who's going to be the Dak Prescott that steps in for Tony Romo when Tony Romo does not get a chance to re-enter because Dak rattles off 10 games as a rookie? So, that being said, I think this is a physical game tonight. Please, let's try and come out. This game could go anywhere, people. The truth be told, save your money, right? Just enjoy the game. Hopefully Dallas can come out with a win. I think they're the more desperate team. I think Steelers, are going to be confident at home. I think Steelers are leading. I think Steelers, this is a final drive. I think we have there's one edge, and I know there's one end of that stadium that's not good to kick at. So we'll see how Brandon Aubrey handles that. But there's one edge, and that's the kicking game. Dallas Cowboys has a major advantage. I think we're losing 24-23. Dallas gets the ball with under 2 minutes to go, and Brandon Aubrey kicks a 53-yard field goal to elevate the Cowboys 26-24. Cowboys plus 2.5 and over the 44. Yes, over. Overs are not winning. Do not bet money, people, on the over. That's just kind of how I feel. Could it go the other way? Sure, it can go the other way, people. Absolutely. But I won't be streaming this afternoon. I will be streaming tonight for the game. It will not be a channel member Zoom call tonight. Primetime said he would join me, so it'll just be me and him streaming the Cowboy game. Put it in the comments. Who is going to step up tonight? I don't care I don't care. Offense, defense. I think Jake Ferguson's going to have a big game. I think Ryan Flournoy is going to have a big game. I do. But I don't trust. In saying that, I don't trust McCarthy to get the ball to him. I think Zeke Elliott has the most carries. He has. Short-handed. The last time Zeke was there, he was a rookie, 2016, I believe, exploded in Pittsburgh. And I think he kind of rekindles a little bit, not as far as the explosion. Maybe he gets a couple touchdowns on the goal line. Look for Dak to run a little bit. I expect the Cowboys to win a close game. If not, it could be a trouble in paradise. So, but anyway, stay tuned. Who knows? I may hop on later this afternoon for some of the 4 o'clock games. I got some stuff to do around here. But Game Time Brian, otherwise known as the Mailman. But just remember. Late.
Kind of hot in these rhinos.